and welcome to Capboard. My name is Emily and I will lead you through our platform today. This view that you can see right now is our portfolio view. In the case you have ownership in one or more companies on Capboard, you can track it here. You can see your shares, your investments, and your value. Now, if you want to take a look into one company, you can just select it here and go to the company. Then, automatically, the dashboard opens. This dashboard is just a comprehension of the most important information about your company, like the post-money valuation, received investments, stakeholders, etc. Now, right under the dashboard, you can find the onboarding hub. If you have not yet uploaded your company, you can easily do it while following the steps that you can find on this page. First step would be uploading your stakeholders here. So you can upload your stakeholders either while importing from a CSV file or using the multi-edit, which exactly works like a spreadsheet, or you can upload them individually as a person or an entity. Once you uploaded all your stakeholders, you can move on to the functions of Capboard. Capboard has 4 main pillars: the ownership, the equity plans, investor relations, and documents. Let's start with the ownership part. For the ownership part, it's meant the cap table management, where you first start with uploading transactions. Here, you can just easily click on this button and choose a transaction: an incorporation, a financing round, a convertible loan, secondary valuation, etc. If you want to upload a transaction, you just click on the transaction and then a field will automatically open where you can insert all the important information. With each transaction, you can always attach a document or an internal note. Right, so if you have uploaded all your transactions, you can view them here in the transaction history. You can search by stakeholder, by transaction type, or by the date. In the case you made a mistake, you can just easily quick edit or delete your transaction. Now, when you uploaded all your transactions, you can view your cap table. Capboard offers 2 different views of viewing the cap table. First one is by shareholder, which looks like this. Here you can see your fully diluted shares, the price per share, the company valuation, and the raised capital. Now, you can here see and track all your employees, investors, all your stakeholders, and you can track all the important information. Now, you can also add in the columns or delete them. For example, now you don't want to see the not diluted shares, and you can easily just decide not to see it anymore, and then the cap table adapts in that way. In the case you only want to see the totals of the group, you can just easily collapse or expand it in. Now, if you decide to or that you want to share your cap table, you can easily just click on this button and export to an Excel or share via email. Now, the second view of the cap table is by share class. So in the case you have multiple share classes, convertibles, or equity plans, this is shown in more detail here. So here you can see these are only common shares and the equity plans, and these are the common shares and the convertible loans. So here you can track the different share classes and the pools, and here you can track your convertibles. Now, if you have multiple share classes, you might have already realized that Capboard only offers one share class by default, which is the common one. But you might have more share classes than one, and you can just easily add your share class with your definition and use it in Capboard. Now, the last part of the ownership part is simulations. So in the simulations, you can just easily add a new simulation which works like a transaction, and then it kind of looks like this, as you would use Capboard, but these are not real transactions, but they're a simulation, so they don't affect the real cap table. Instead, you can look in a cap table version where you can see which shares get diluted, what is the influence of your transaction on the cap table. Now, if you have tried out multiple simulations and you decide that you found the perfect solution for your company, you can just easily click here and click on Apply. Now let's continue with the equity plans. With equity plans, you start by creating a pool, meaning assigning a percentage or a certain amount of shares to a pool that you can grant shares from. So you just click here, add a name, add the amount of shares and from which share class you take it, and just click on Save. Once you uploaded your pools, you can go to Plans. In your plans, you just click on Generate New Plan, give it a name, decide from which pool you take the shares, then you decide on a grant type, phantom, stock options, warrants, SRRs, and then you can also define a lot of things. So you can define the vesting period, you can define the bad and good leaver decisions, and termination periods. Now, once you uploaded the plan, you go to the grants. In the grants, you assign the plans to people. So you can just create a new grant. You choose which stakeholder should get the grant, and then you choose from which plan, you choose the amount of shares and the date. Now, even though you already predefined your definitions and your vesting periods in the plan, you can easily also change it here for a specific person. Here you can also track your grants and see how much is vested, and in the case you want to see what Capboard looks like for your stakeholders, you can look at here, because every stakeholder that you invite to Capboard with an email address, they have their own access to the platform and can view the equity at all time, which would look like this. Exactly. So here, your stakeholder can track the share value evolution, they can play with scenarios, and they can track the grants, and they could also exercise their grants through the platform. Moreover, they can also track the transactions they have been included in and view documents that you share with them. Now let's go back. As last part, you can track here the exercising of your equity plans. Now let's continue with investor relations. In investor relations, we offer updates and meetings. In the updates, you can just easily create a new update while using one of our templates, or just creating a new one, adding pictures and documents that you want people to see. When you uploaded all the information and you send it to someone, you can easily view their engagement with this button. For example, here you can see that the open rate was 80%, the average reading time was 0 because this is a test version, and you can also track the click to open rate here. Then you could also send it again, or I wanted to show you that if you send an update, you don't need to type all the email addresses all the time. You could also just select a group, for example, employees, and all the employees would be automatically selected, and you can just save, and the email would automatically go out to that group without needing to select all the email addresses or type them in. And here you can also see that you can track the views. Now coming to the meetings, is that you can create new meetings. You can create meeting types as well, and then say board meeting, then you need a name, a date, and the time zone. You can also add a conference link and a location. In the case you want to create, you go a few steps afterwards, you can assign attendances, and also you can create votes, and then Capboard would automatically track those votes. For example, here, this is one vote that happened before, and it's easily tracked by Capboard, and you don't need to do it. As well as the attendances are tracked, and the minutes as well. Here, normally here's a document, but because it's already happened and already seen, we cannot view it just in the preview. The last part of Capboard is documents. So if you attach documents to transactions, they will be automatically uploaded here and find here. In the case you have other documents that want you to upload, you can easily use this button or drag and drop files here. If you decide to share, you can easily share documents as well, and select groups as I said before. In the case you want to track the opening rate of the documents, that is always possible as the person is not a collaborator. Then you can also create signatures in Capboard. Here you just click on this button and upload a PDF or Word document and select where you want to have the signature, add a person, and then send an email out through Capboard, and then you can automatically track if someone signed the document or not. For example, I still have a pending signature, which I haven't done yet. So that's how you can see if you still have a pending signature. And here, for example, that's me in this case, employee 3, and still in progress because I haven't signed it yet. Great. That's that so far from the most used things in Capboard. One thing, if you have anything to change in your company, you can easily do it with the settings, and you can always check your subscription and the billing in this button here. And this one that I wanted to show you is if you want to give a stakeholder the rights to edit in Capboard as well, not only see their own equity, you can easily add a collaborator here and type in the name and say it's me, and I can give a different access level too. I hope you enjoyed this video and you know now how to use Capboard. In the case you have any open questions, you can easily just reach out to us via intercom.